Togashi has done it again. No one had Morena and Borgsen playing a card game in their bingo card, or Borgsen being the one Morena wanted for her plans. This might be my favorite chapter. Maybe I'm being a big Hunter x Hunter meat writer, but moments like this, where the unexpected happens, is what makes me lock in even more. Looking back on chapter 394, where we meet Borgsen and the rest of Serenek's friends, discussing how they will avoid Morena at all costs and making plans if Morena captures one of them. It makes sense one of them was the one Morena was looking for. Togashi planted the seeds for this plot. Now I wonder if there's more to the plan they came up with if one of them gets captured by Morena, as in the new chapter, they mention the plan is to do absolutely nothing at all.
Nothing.
I can't criticize their plan, when one of my plans I came up with weeks ago to gaslight my friend into thinking he's gay was by putting cute photos of me on his phone. So maybe Borgsen is right in doing nothing. Might be the best option in this scenario. Borgsen appears to be the leader in the friend group, so I can imagine her friends not following through with the plan. Sort of a phantom troop situation, like in York New. Some may deviate and go and try to save Borgsen, which can either make the situation worse or possibly even save her. Though none of them knowing Nen is a big problem, as they can't do much against Nen users. The majority of the chapter focuses on Morena and Borgsen, with Morena suggesting a card game, as she figured this is the best way for her to convince Borgsen to join, and also gives Borgsen the opportunity to get answers and leave without any problems. As for how the game is played, from what I understood, is very simple. Well, the concept is simple. It's basically a game of he loves me, he doesn't love me, when you pluck out a petal from a flower, but with some cult vibes. The last card that remains in the end will decide Borgsen's fate. There are 5 cards: a yes card, a no card, a joker card, an R card, and an X card. But in reality, most seem to be useless. As Morena said, the only card that will let Borgsen leave peacefully is the X card, and the chances of that is very low, well, depending on Borgsen's strategy. But she's definitely very competent, as we see in this chapter, as she even asked if she could choose the cards Morena will pick. This is the really interesting and tricky part, as while the game is simple, the way one can strategize around this, or maybe find some loopholes, can be astronomical. On face value, one would think all Borgsen has to do is not pick the X card, and just let Morena pick the rest, and the game ends with X being the last card, allowing her to leave. But there's a workaround this, as it seems Morena has a loophole. She mentions that she has allowed other people who play this game to let the child pick the cards for the parents. So she knows the most likely strategy they will use. But the loophole that sort of breaks that rule that the child put in place where they pick the cards is this. One of the parents' cards is the deal card, where if the child picks this card, they can revive one card from the graveyard in return of doing one of Morena's requests, and they can refuse her request. But there's a punishment if they reject it, as Morena then can pick the next card herself. There's so many ways this game can go. It's simple but very effective. It's a pure mind battle, and I am here for it. Last thing I want to talk about this chapter is Morena. We're finally getting so much more of her, and she's so cute in this chapter. I have to say it. We all know this already. Looking at this chapter, you forget she had this monologue about wanting to destroy everything so long ago. She has this very chill and charismatic vibe to her, smiling and having fun with her members. She out here playing ignorant and sort of dumb in a way, and this is the perfect characterization that I've been wanting more of for Morena. This is such a cult leader trait, and I love to see Morena display it to such a degree. She's very good in letting Borgsen have this feeling that she's in control by allowing her to pick the cards. She plays innocent by smiling. She reacts to Borgsen's questions as if she didn't understand, giving Borgsen the feeling that she might not be very smart or quick thinking. But Borgsen does see through this facade, as she can feel her anger, which is so good. This card game is such a good way to explore Morena's character. Not only will this game display her intelligence, charisma, and other qualities, but we're also going to see a part of her schemes, as there are 2 cards Borgsen can choose. One being the purpose card, where we're gonna learn more of her schemes if borks and picks it, and the other being the power card, where we get to learn more of her ability. I can't wait till we see Morena go full feral, and we see some more crazy expressions from her. Can't wait for the next chapter.